liberation is entangled in none of us free till all of us are free. Yes?
Yes. Yes. It was so quiet, I was like, yes.
So, talk to me about the vision you have held for a really long time.
For a really long time, I really wanted to see a beautiful village that was just vibrating with love and honestly, just safety. I wanted to see the next generations inspired not just to do business, not just to do what the mundane everyday life is, but have something to aspire higher and really have people to look up to. I knew growing up that a lot of the mentors you saw were either on TV or in cartoons, but what I wanted to see in life was mentors that you could reach out and touch, that were actually around you, that may be doing the heavy lifting all around you again, and then also that are actually doing the kind of work where it's on every level, spiritual, mental, physical, whatever it is, financial, all of the boxes, because what happens is a lot of times people specialize in one. So what I wanted to see, what the vision was the creating not just of a dance studio, but of basically a place where everyone can feel safe. And maybe people don't always feel safe, especially when you feel seen, right? At times when you feel seen, that's kind of like an unsafe place, because at times when people feel seen, they want to hide. But that to me is what the beauty of creating a community where when people feel seen, they can also then go past seen to welcome. Which if they're welcome, then they can have a space where they're seen and can grow, and then have all of the different people who specialize or maybe have those great things within them that they want to share, be present in that community as well. So what I wanted to do was create based on the arts being what inspired me the most. However, it's not limited to arts. It's basically people that are masterful in their mindset and in their being, that would all be within a community that is both of the marginalized LGBTQ plus community, but also the BIPOC community, and break down the walls of people more or less having these fear mechanisms that play out where people can't necessarily just come together and love, but come together and create. And not only that, but feel as though, hey, my straight brother over there actually has my back and will not be the person to try to harm me or laugh at me, but is the one that's going to probably knock someone out for me, or even just spiritually take a stance. And then at the same time, it's going to soften and maybe cry when necessary. Just that safe space where we're building not just community literally with our actual hands, but together by reaching out and actually building with one another, knowing each other's stories, and it being that place. And so for me, that was the vision, but I didn't know how to get there, especially because it seemed so large. But what my friend who passed away, it would be coming up this year, 2 Februaries ago, what he always used to tell me is that I wasn't dreaming large enough. He was always just like, man, you're not dreaming large enough. You're not dreaming large enough. When you start dreaming larger and bigger and larger and bigger, make it as big as you can imagine. And when you start dreaming like that, like everything's gonna start working for you. And that was how he used to give me courage. And so the comedy behind that was, he told me he wanted to be like the little sidekick of Afro Samurai to me. So he was always cracking jokes and saying crazy things. So now that vision is becoming more and more clear the more that I see my own kids being welcomed into so many places and having so many teachers just share with them, whether it's dance or art or pottery or whatever it is, all of the things that they're just able to access, and in a space where they feel welcome and safe. But then now to know that we're actually doing that in a space, which is...
Tell them the name of your new space.
So I just recently have been breathing all of this in, but I've become the director of Black Cat Cultural Center, and it's really exciting. So what happened was there was a basic conversation where I decided I didn't just want to focus only on vision, but to expand the vision and make it larger than just vision. I feel like it's one of those things where sometimes you have to evolve in order for things to grow. And so Black Cat, to me, held a larger symbol, not only in the hearts of people in the community, but also to me on the capacity of reaching people people, helping people, sharing and growing. So that space of Black Cat is what I wanted to fight for. So what I've been doing myself a lot, because I build and I frame and I do a lot of painting and lovely things that are my other way of doing art, is I've been revitalizing that space so that it could come back and be reemerged in the community as something revitalized, refreshed, and give it some new energy. So what I've done with that space so far is already getting people that have peeked in excited, but I'm really excited to kind of unveil the project and let people see coming up this month what that work has looked like. But I've basically infused it with all of the love and also all of the donation and everything that people have shared into the space. And so with that being said, it is, again, just elevating and opening that idea of just being larger. And even right now, I used to wear just primarily a lot of black, and I would always bring color into space, and every now and then I would wear colors. But the funny thing about, again, my friend who passed or went into the next room, is that he always used to laugh and be like, you know what, cats are vicious, cats are awesome, cats are so many things. And a lot of times people just like, ooh, dogs. What about a vicious kitty? What about this cute little cat that can walk up to you, purr, and then all of a sudden swipe you in the face? And then, you're like, cats are pretty vicious. But then there's all kinds of cats, lions and tigers, and all these different cats. There's so many different types of cats. So he fell in love with the idea of Black Cat because more or less it's about breaking down also those walls of what people preconceptually place on everything. And then changing those paradigms and just being able to shift. And I thought of it almost like being a melanated person in America, what that feels like on the daily, and then what you can actually perceive in so many different ways as one thing is probably something totally different for the person that's there. So to create a space where people can perceive it as so many things, and it's a rather like a tapestry and a divine timing, right, of all of this happening. It's not that it's just easy, it's that it was the timing of everything happening and saying yes to it. And I think that expanded our vision and our ability to, what we want to do is just reach more people and have a space for them. So even right now, there's filmmakers that are there creating something that they want to unveil. And we're making what I would say, something new that our city needs, but something that is drawing on all the old love that is still love, that will always be love, and just helping it continue to spread its wings. What I would call it is almost being like, our vision is to help bring the community's dreams to reality. And that being said, we're like avatars for holding space and creating that powerful new messenger or messengers to represent for all of us and to fight for us in a way that's both beautiful, artistic, and liberating.
Amen.
Tell them.
So one of the things that I know
I do
had to
just
get
in
in
the video.
alignment for this moment to come was your well-being.
It's a camera.
You had to understand that this can't be a solo journey. You are not alone. And begin to prioritize